Hey, good Monday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center with your weather update here on your June 2nd, 2025. Now, before we get going, we always like to say thank you and welcome aboard any new followers here on our page. And if you're not yet officially a follower, or if you're not exactly sure, please go to the link down below in the comments section. It'll take you right to the main Facebook page right there. And you can hit that like button in that upper right-hand corner. And that way you officially become a follower here on the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center Facebook page. Now, if you happen to catch this update here over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. Well, things aren't looking too bad across our area for this afternoon. We're still dealing with a little bit of that smoky haze out there and a few clouds, but generally some sunshine and warm temperatures across the area. We're also going to be talking a little bit about the tropics. We got our first area of disturbed weather on day 2 of the hurricane season. We're going to talk about that just came out from the Hurricane Center. And then we'll give you an idea of what we're expecting here for the rest of your work week. So let's go ahead and dive into this forecast, shall we? As we're going to be looking up at Brasstown Bald. Again, a little bit hazy out there. You clearly see that. Got some clouds out there as well for today. The haze and the smoke, not quite as bad as it was over the weekend, but it's still definitely around. And you're going to notice that on my satellite picture here in just a second. Looking down here toward Lake Lanier, again, more of that filtered sunshine, a few clouds out there. Not a bad boating day, a little bit of a light breeze, but generally looking pretty good out there across Lake Lanier for this afternoon. All right, let's look at the radar. All clear. It should remain that way for the rest of today, expecting the rain chances to increase as we head toward the weekend. I wish I had better news for you on the 7-day forecast because it's looking a little wet into the weekend, and that could change a little bit depending on what happens with what's going on out the Georgia coast there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your regional radar right now. Again, we're seeing the rains down toward Florida, some much needed rains. They've been fighting drought conditions down there for a lot of the spring. High pressure and control of us. This old boundary here, it's going to kind of wash itself out here over the next few days. Temperatures here generally in the 80s, so looking pretty good across North Georgia. Here's that satellite imagery, the high resolution NOAA satellite. You can see that haze in here. A lot of it's down here to the south, but we still have some there. You see it going up into Virginia and into the Carolinas. So still dealing with a little bit of that smoky conditions out there. But I think that's going to alleviate a little bit, especially with the low pressure pulling on out of the northeast. So again, we're going to be watching this area down in the south. There's a bit of upper level disturbance down here, and it's going to start to track across Florida and move off the coast. And there might be a window for opportunity for development, but it's looking pretty low. Like right now, the Hurricane Center is putting this area at about 10% right now. So we're watching this little disturbance kind of come across Florida, maybe develop, and then maybe move into the Carolinas. We'll see how that works out. Then beyond the 7-day, I'm watching this area down here in the Caribbean, the American GFS model, which has been consistently wanting to form something down here. I'm watching, but the European model is not showing anything. And to be honest with you, I think the American GFS model, I think 4-1 was trying to generate storms compared to last year, compared to the European, just to show you how off they can be. But just going to watch it. We'll see what happens here as we go into later this week. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the regional model here. We're looking at the latest NAM model here. I got this pulled back a little bit further, and the reason is I want to show you this area down here. We're watching down here. There's an upper level feature down here, little cold core. It's going to come across Florida here, going into Wednesday, and then goes off the Georgia coast here, going to Thursday. See something kind of trying to spin up there and going up into the Carolinas. So looks like we got a little bit of a window here later this week where we may see something, maybe a weak tropical depression try to form. Who knows? I don't think it's going to have a lot of real estate here as this moves up toward the north. And again, we're expecting a lot of rains here for this weekend as well, not directly associated with that. But we'll watch this closely as we go into the days ahead, as it could be a little bit of a player there. And our first name storm is Andrea. We'll see if we're going to get that or not. But right now, the limited chance for development right now, only sitting at 10%. So stay tuned for that, and we'll keep you updated should that change here a little bit further into the week. All right, let's go look at your surface maps here as we go ahead and take you through the next 7 days. Kind of watch that timestamp there as we kind of highlight what's going on here as we go in toward tomorrow. Looking pretty good. We got high pressure control down here, looking very nice here, up and down the eastern seaboard. Got a storm system here in the middle of the country with some stormy severe weather out there, but nothing in our backyard to have to worry about here going in toward Wednesday. High pressure still in control going into Wednesday. Thursday brings in the rain chance. I do have a slight chance on Thursday, higher chance on Friday. Right now running about 40% on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday's looking a little bit damp. You're looking at dark green there. That's usually an indication we got rain chances greater than 50%. And right now, I got it running about 70% for both Saturday and Sunday right now. Those may fluctuate a little bit as we get a little bit closer. But right now, both days are looking kind of wet, and that continues into Monday. So it looks like a wet and rainy period, unfortunately, going into this upcoming weekend. So plan accordingly, all right? So let's go and look at your forecast here for tomorrow. We're looking at abundant sunshine, a nice looking day. Hopefully we'll get the rest of the haze and the smoke out of the skies. I'd like to see some blue skies for a change. 85 and 63. Again, sunshine and maybe still some of that filtered sunshine. I don't know if that smoke's going to clear out as quickly as I'd like to see, but we'll see. Tomorrow morning's lows looking like this, a few degrees milder than they were this morning, mostly into the low 60s, a few upper 50s across North Georgia, a southwest wind at 5 miles per hour there. Your daytime highs tomorrow also a few degrees warmer compared to today. Most areas into the middle 80s, a few low 80s up across the northeast Georgia mountains, even getting close to 90 degrees. Look at Rome at 89, Cedartown 89, 87 in Lawrenceville, and looking at 84 degrees over in Cornelia. All right, regionally looking like this, Nashville 91, Memphis at 89, 91 in Columbus, 85 in Destin, 80 degrees in Savannah. Look at all the sunshine, abundant sunshine here across the state. That rain not quite making it up into North Florida just yet. That'll come in as we head toward Wednesday. All right, looking at your next 7 days looking like this. Again, we got your temperatures fairly kind of holding pretty steady here into the mid-80s here in the Gainesville area, for example. Overnight lows in the 60s. Rain chances start to come up into Friday. Thus, the overnight lows come up into the upper 60s because of the rain chance coming up. But right now going 70, 70, and 60% going into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday going into next week, looking a little bit damp. And, of course, the question mark on what happens with any kind of development out there off the Georgia coast. That could have an indirect impact on our weather as well. Have to watch that closely to see if anything starts to fire up. So, anyway, we're getting into hurricane season. Obviously, we're going to keep you covered here across North Georgia should any of those systems decide to move up our way. We're only less than a week away from being able to go Facebook Live. I'm looking forward to doing those for you guys to give you all live updates. And again, hopefully be able to extend this channel out to get more people to follow us. We're growing, but we're growing very slowly. It's definitely have to show some patience here as we're trying to grow along. So again, if you're not officially a follower, please hit that. It's very, very critical. If we're going to build that 24-hour weather presence here, got to get that audience, got to get those followers up there. And again, the big goal is 100,000. So we got a long way to go. We're only about almost 11% there right now. All right, that's it, guys. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next update. Till then, y'all have a great afternoon. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.